Good day, everybody. As promised, I come back with, let's say, help, support, insight in the preparation for your AD5 EPSO exams. And the thought was to clarify a little bit on how I prepared, for example, the client of this morning, right? So I'm talking about a young girl, 27 years old, that she goes for the EPSO AD5, and this morning we were doing the reasoning test, right? So what exactly we have done? We have done the protocol for the written, which means how exactly do you approach the exercise. Then once she understood the how you approach, which is, the methodology, the protocol, the procedure, however you want to call it, but it has to be clear. This is the way I approach the exercise. Then we have done together exercises, 2 or 3, not more, in order to be sure that she applies correctly the methodology. And not only that she applies correctly, but she kind of gets it integrated, right? And then, as she said, now I feel ready to go in the practice. Second, we have done abstract reasoning. Again, first protocol. So protocol means always, how do I approach? How do I think about this exercise? And then we have done together 2 or 3 exercises where I insisted on, obviously she was talking, right? So it's not only that she thought, but she phrase it loud, the thought, so that I could follow the thinking. And once this is out, let's say said, then I could see where I could improve, where I could optimize her thinking, which is what I've done. And in the abstract reasoning, the fundamental point was imagine videos and not pictures when you solve the abstract reasoning, right? And then the third thing was the numerical reasonings. And here I'm talking with my client, a lawyer. So obviously this was the weakest, let's say, part or the weakest test. Nevertheless, we went back to the rule of 3, which is the fundamental rule that you need for the numeric reasoning. And then we discussed about the platform, how you will approach the platform. How do you organize your scratch pad, your calculator, and your table of the exercise so that you could see them all? And then, obviously, we have done 2, 3 exercises together to see whether she understood the protocol, whether she applies it correctly, and whether the thinking in her was integrated. And the biggest correction I would say that I've done for the numerical is that you do not move from the question into the tables or into the calculation before understanding the question. So this was the fundamental thing that she said, kind of produced or provoked a qualitative jump in her approach of the numerical reasoning. So this was one of the sessions of this morning. I hope that it will help you to approach in a better way your preparation for the AD5 EPSO. And then obviously, if you need this help, come back and we could establish the private session, and I will, get you closer to your purpose, which is to pass the exam.